Kim loves the Olympics, and this year she'd like to host a party for the closing ceremony. But she hates navigating to half a dozen websites to manage her events. What she'd really like is the simplicity and convenience of a mobile app. Fortunately, she has Repartee. Creating an event is simple. She'll need to enter just a few pieces of information: a title, a date and time, and a location. This is a cafe near her house. Great cup of coffee. Now, at this point, she could be finished, but this holiday template doesn't quite give the impression she's looking for, even though she does love the way the Santa head responds to the motion of her phone. She'll go to the stationery gallery and search for something more suitable for her event. As Kim searches for the perfect invitation, each design helpfully carries through all of the information she's already entered. This one's perfect, an Olympic stationery. It even has a place for her to customize it with a photo of her own for a truly personalized look. Repartee stationery is super flexible, and new designs are added all the time. Now all she needs to do is invite some friends. Now, Kim's friends are a bit all over the place, and in the past she's used email threads or Facebook events, but she doesn't have email addresses for everybody, and some of her friends don't use Facebook anymore. Repartee solves this problem. Facebook, email, or just a phone number, everyone gets the message. Her work is done. Now let's take a look at one of Kim's guests, Jonathan. He receives a push notification. You've been invited to a party. He opens Repartee, and the first thing he notices is the beautiful stationery that Kim has customized, but also that the theme of the entire app has changed to reflect its style. He'll take a look at the guest list and decides to RSVP. He leaves a little note for Kim and lets her know that he's going to be bringing his world-famous cupcakes. He knows she loves them. Now, Kim's event is coming up pretty soon, and she'd like to know just how much food to prepare. The host dashboard provides a nice, large display of RSVP statuses, as well as other infographic breakdowns. In the future of Repartee, this is also where she'll go for attendance predictions. Repartee's proprietary data analysis will allow her to plan her events with accuracy like never before. The party has begun, and Jonathan is pulling up outside. Kim receives a push notification letting her know about his arrival. Kim was so excited for everyone to try Jonathan's cupcakes, she marked him as a VIP. Repartee's location awareness provides her an opportunity to help him at the door, and Jonathan is delighted that she's there to lend a hand. Now, Jonathan's been at the party for a while now, taking plenty of pictures. Repartee asks if he would like to turn on auto-upload. He'll say yes, and now any photos taken at the party, at that time and location, are automatically uploaded to the event's shared gallery. Changing his mind is simple. Just a couple of taps turns it back off. He goes on to enjoy the rest of his night. The next day, Kim is curious about just how many people showed up. She returns to the host dashboard and notices that the information has changed. Now there are trends showing when people arrived and how late they stayed. Now all this data is anonymized, so Kim can't give anyone a hard time for leaving early. But she still gets a clear picture of her event's attendance. She even sees how accurate people's RSVPs were. That same day, because Jonathan chose not to use auto-upload, Repartee reminds him that he has photos from the event that have yet to be shared. Repartee makes suggestions, and with just one tap, he shares all of his photos from the evening. And now that he's uploaded his, he'd like to see the pictures that others took. The photo gallery provides a nice, packed grid with all of them. Photos that are more interesting tend to be a bit bigger, so he knows where to look. Someone even uploaded a picture of his cupcakes. He'll zoom in and leave a comment. Then he'll scroll through and heart some of the others that he likes. Jonathan and Kim both love what Repartee has to offer. It handled the entire event experience, from creation and invitation to RSVPs and attendance, all the way through to photo sharing and even data analysis. Interaction with the app, and by extension the event, is seamless, magical, and delightful. Kim got everything she wanted and couldn't be happier. Jonathan can't wait to use Repartee for his next event. We are happy to announce that we're launching Repartee in private beta today and will be available in the App Store soon. Thank you.
So one of the biggest challenges with events is obviously kind of lowest common denominator. How do you get people into the app?
We've talked about this a lot, and we focus on a very friendly host experience. We offer the rich stationery And we hope to offer a user experience that's engaging enough to cause them to come back and create their event the next time they are hosting a party.
What about for people, so you called out email, phone, how do you actually get them to convert though? Like what's the...
Basically, all those forms of contact, those people will receive a message at that form of contact. So if you have an email address, they receive an email. Facebook, they receive a Facebook message. They basically are given a link to a website. And if they have the app already, they receive a push notification as well.
While I was watching this, I was downloading Evites, because I didn't. I never do, because most of the stuff... Oh, I'm sorry. While I was listening, I downloaded Evites invite app kind of thing, because I mostly do things on the web. How do you compete against already very large players, them and Paperless Post, and there's bunches and bunches of them, and they do a lot of what you... I don't use them mobily, but...
Yeah, Evite's mobile offering leaves a bit to be desired. Primarily, though, we've rethought the event experience from the mobile perspective. Evite and Paperless both basically stop at invitations. Once they've sent the invitation and gotten an RSVP, the experience ends there. And we're trying to close the loop.
They definitely have photo upload.
They do have photo upload. That is a thing. We think that our photo offering is a lot more what people have come to expect in the mobile era. Theirs is a lot more like posting a single photo at a time.
And why the creepy following your guests around thing? Why do you need to know? Just curious.
Basically,
I like the NSA thing you've got going, but I'm not sure why you need it.
Well, principally, these people are guests that have been invited to your party already.
Right.
For the most part, you're going to see them in a matter of minutes. The attendance follows through into the analytics and allows people to...
But why do you need party analytics? I'm just curious. What is the... I mean, I'm a fascist party giver. I like to pain people when they don't show up, but that's just...
Well, so that would be useful to you then.
Just me, and I don't think
You can always do a better job next time, right? It's nice to be able to say, oh, well, I know that 17 people RSVP'd. Probably only 15 of them are going to show up. That, changes the amount of booze that I'm going to buy.
Okay. The analytics, I don't see what the plus is for having analytics, unless you're doing real, work events.
Sure.
Or marketing events.
That maybe came from an itch we were scratching for ourselves. My wife and I have plenty of parties, and after an event, often go back and say, okay, how many people came,
Really?
how many people RSVP'd, and try to figure out how that's going to impact our event the next time. So.
It feels as though, along these lines, it almost feels as though what you've done is you've created this hybrid B2C and B2B product, that some of the features are really, really good for consumers, for me to throw a party, and then some of them are for event planners who really need this. And you almost want to be able to develop two different products, one which is a high-priced B2B product that has those features, and the other one of which, and the catnip is the consumer one, but you can migrate people to the higher-end product.
I really like that thought. It's not something that we discussed.
Well, there goes my ability to duck out of events early, so thank you very much for that. I second that entirely. I don't think the analytics is compelling enough for the guests to be involved. It's actually kind of creepy. I could see it somewhat from the host, but that separation of a B2B version versus a B2C version, I can definitely see that. Event planners would love the analytics, but if I'm hosting a party for my 2-year-old for their birthday, I don't really want my guests knowing that I'm tracking that information. I don't want it. But I do want them to share those photos and events, so that could be a good lead gen opportunity for you guys. I think you're onto something.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear for Repartee. Well done. Next up,